Hi, this is Santiago Zapata, and I wanted to give a brief look at the Roguelike Celebration 2022 virtual space. So this video is just me going around the virtual space that they prepared for this year. If you are not familiar with the Roguelike Celebration, it's a yearly event. The last 3 years, it has been a virtual event, but it used to be a physical event in San Francisco, and of course, it's centered around roguelikes. Uh, it's aimed not just at developers, but at general people who loves roguelikes and likes to play them, or just the idea of roguelikes and procedural generation and all that goes around them. So this virtual space has been in development for about 3 years now, and it's very interesting. So, well, their celebration is currently ongoing. It's the current talk is, well, it's about to end. I got a talk to close it, but I thought before doing that talk I could share a little bit of the space itself in case you did not manage to go in this year, so you can maybe do it next year because it's always interesting. So what is this space like? This is something that you access via a browsers. It's accessible on mobile, but still much more usable in desktop. And basically what you do here is you have a chat, but it's not a normal chat. It's a text-based interface, but it has a lot of different stuff going on. And I'm gonna try to dig into these interesting things and share them with you. So here we are Slashie. I'm a speaker for this year, so I got this cool little badge. I can view my profile. Here's my profile. And someone could whisper stuff to me here, but nobody has done that so far. I can also edit it, well, change some settings, and actually that's reminds me that I wanted to try out the Amber CRT mode. And we're going to switch to using simple names because I believe that is more readable. We are going to not do this, and yeah, we are not keeping video, and we're going to see that in a little bit. So Amber always looks more better, and it's a great node to traditional roguelikes. So here we are in the central hall. So as you can see, this is a mixture of both a traditional roguelike interface. Here's like the entire map, and you can use this map to teleport quickly to any of the rooms in this virtual space. Uh, of course, most of the people right now is in the theater because right now there's a talk going on, an ongoing talk. And then the theater has got 4 breakout rooms where people can go and discuss specific talks after they are done. But we're here. We are in the central hall. It seems there's 3 people in the bar. We're definitely going to explore the bar, and there's a lot of other stuff. So central hall, lights and sounds. Feel your senses as you enter the towering central hall. The warm hum of conversation gently envelops you and the rest of the crowd here as each of you share in the collective grandeur. High above you, you see ASCII sigils glittering in the air as the ceiling fades into an impossible distance. Each of the branching hallways leaving this central hub seems to shift from stonework into wood, brass, or some kind of high-tech polymer material as the needs of the space make its theming tangible. Just to the right of the central pathway is a booth covered in various bits and bobs, labeled the swag table. We are going to go there in a bit. On the opposite side of that same path is a towering monolith of signs behind a roped off area marked as destinations. Interesting. At the ends of the hall, where the paths begin to fade into wooden paneling, you see a painted tavern sign just above the entrance to the bar, and just beyond that a short hallway leads to the undefined. Intentional or bug? I don't know. Opposite that, a carpet hallway leads to the video dome. Directly between the left and right halls, at the end of the central path you've been traveling, a choir of lights dance above a door advertising the theater entrance. 77 people are currently in the theater. A big bulletin board sits in the middle of the hall with a button on top, social space feedback. An array of markers and sticky notes are nearby. So basically, each room has this kind of description, which includes both the description of the room and also the exits for that room. And most of them, I believe, had this functionality of being able to post some notes. So we're going to add some feedback here. And initially, let's just put something here. Hi, this is Slashie, and I love this space. Just giving a tour of it online. And it's going to be there in a sticky note. Here it is. Okay. You are all along here because everybody is in the theater. And I got a Roguelike Celebration mousepad. I'm holding that because I'm doing that since last year. And there's a chat. There's nothing super weird about the chat, especially because I turned off all the different adornments that can come with every different user or player, I guess. Let me turn them on just for a little bit. I actually think they make it a bit not very readable, especially if there's many people, but you can see in here what country the person is on, what is he holding, and a lot of other stuff. Let's leave it on for a little bit, just so that we can see like the things that make this different from other normal chats. So yeah, here's the chat, but there's nobody here. So where should we go? I think the first location that we're going to visit is the bar. Two people are there, so we're moving to the bar now. The bustle of the hall fades away as you ascend the stairs, coming upon a beautiful long bar with hundreds of colorful bottles spanning up to the ceiling. Ubi Sara, the bartender, will happily make you whatever you want, sliding glasses over the table with ease. A laminated sign on the bar tube advertises tonight's special, Divine Nectar, a locally crafted mead donated by intelligent philanthropic bees. The Fizz Buzz, a non-alcoholic flavored seltzer which alternates sour and sweet, and yet another silly drink, a colorful layered drink with a toy cockatrice floating on top. You could even have her make you something totally unique, which we are going to definitively do. A self-serve table nearby has two crates packed to the brim with potions. One is loaded with colorful potions of many shapes and hues, and the other with plain potions of clear liquid. And then we see a lot of the exits from here. So here are three people: Eric Arm, Sersa Victory, and myself, of course. Let's say hello. Hi. I can add people. How's it going? I am such a friendly person. He is another speaker. So you can see the profile of the people you are talking with. He, him, Sersa Victory. This is his website. If I wanted to like have a private conversation, I could do that there. Also to note is that this chat is specific to this room. So probably in the theater right now there's a lot of conversation, but in here not that much. Let's do the bar stuff. So we're going to have click on be Sarah the bartender, see what happens. Okay, so it looks like I looked at her. I examined her. So she stands only 3.5 feet tall. If only I knew what a feet is. I use metric, so no idea about that. But it's the most imposing, muscular 3 feet you've ever seen. 3 feet? A feet is like 30 centimeters, I believe. Something like that. So she's a bit small, but very muscular, it seems. I don't think I can talk with her like a chatbot, but I can order. So let's try the totally unique thing. I just did that. And Ubisara places a copper flask in front of me. I will forgive this. In front of Slashie. Inside is a ruby fluid. It tastes like honey and ambrosia with notes of chocolate. It's called Lion's Road, the bartender grins. All right. That's interesting. A little bit um, random procedural generation here for drinks. Let's try the yet another silly drink. What it is? Okay, so I picked it up. I wonder what happened to my mousepad. So if I look at my profile, well, I don't see it here. I guess somewhere we have an inventory or badges. Okay, so here's the badges. Equipped. I got a lot of them are locked, so I think yeah, I think I unlocked a couple of these just wandering around randomly. I attended the 7th Roguelike Celebration, so this is actually persistent. This is not just for this event. It's been running for 3 years now, and it continues running. So yeah, I got the socks equipped. Right click to or highlight. Well, I guess they are supposed to show here because I got them equipped. Um, I got Capes of God, a rat, a tourist thing, and I wonder where's the drink that I just picked, or if I just had it, probably. Yeah, I don't see it here. Or is it this one? No, this is just juice. Okay, so I just equipped the juice. Probably they did not migrate from last year, like the socks. So equipped. Maybe only some of them can show here. That's probably what is happening. Uh, okay. Let's carry this. I cannot. Okay. Maybe it's because I already had this. Let's try equipping again the socks. Okay. Alright. It was a bit weird. Maybe it's like drag and drop. So I click first here and then here. Alright, that's how it works. Okay. Figure it out. Um, let's take the tourist one as well. Got it. Perfect now. And I don't know where my drink is. I guess I just had it. Let's try another unique drink. Let's see what she comes up with. Copper glass. Inside is a red vial. It tastes like ancestry and pasta with notes of plastic. Yubitara shows that the name of the drink is Dirty Vampire. I think after that I will have a potion of clear liquid. And I returned to normal. I wonder what had happened to me when I had drank it. It seems like I was no longer myself. I believe there's some polymorph going on here. Let's try the fizz no, the divine nectar. Okay, so I just picked it. Okay, let's try a final random stuff. Chartreuse solution. The taste reminds me of basil and business cards. Spicy vampire. All right. Now the colorful potions. Okay, so this is the polymorph thing, I believe. Yeah. I You feel a suddenly love for the sun. I turn into a flower, it seems. Let's see what I turned into. Yeah, it's just this thing, this emoji. All right. And I am holding the spicy vampire. So these are the badges, but I can also hold stuff. I wonder where the mouse pads went. Probably they're gone now. I believe you can only be carrying one stuff. Okay, so that was the bar. Let's drink something else so we can polymorph to a vampire. I turn into some kind of strange being, and I just had the vampire stuff, so this is good. I liked it. I will be a vampire for the rest of this tour. And that was the bar. I think Cersa Victory disconnected and connected back, but probably not in front of the browser. That's always an issue with this kind of systems. That also happened a lot with RogueNet. So yeah, it's also always a challenge. So where are we going to go now? We can go to the balcony 4 areas provide the opportunity to sit and enjoy conversation in smaller groups. Let's go to the balcony just to take a look because we are like in a high location. A cozy boat with a perfect view down to your fellow attendees coming and going from the main hall. We can return to the bar, go to the stage, or at the back of the room. A pretty simple room just to have a chat with people, and I believe it's the back and the stools are similar. So yeah, we are just going to very quickly go through them. We're going to the stage of the bar. It's time to play the music, to light the lights. A muscular bard whose parents actually named Chad Silverbow currently stands on stage telling terrible jokes. You almost feel bad for the poor guy. Let's hear one of these terrible jokes. Chad gives the crowd finger guns while saying, "Do you need to rest? Because you've been running through my mind all day." I hope that was procedural generated, or I don't know. Another one. "Are you permadead? Cause if this conversation goes nowhere, I'm willing to start again from the beginning." Yeah, these are look more like pickup lines. Let's try another one. "Do you have a scroll of magic mapping? I keep getting lost in your eyes." Chad is Chad the Conqueror. Final one. I'm sorry. "Are you a side quest? Cause I'll go out of my way for you." Nice. Okay, Chad. Let's. I wonder if he actually sings. Chad Silverbow. He tells another horrible joke and then gives you a knowing look. I want the final joke. Sorry. "Are you a secret door? Because you're just what I've been searching for." Very geeky. I wish you good luck, Chad. Hopefully you'll find your love, the love of your life. Okay, let's go to the back, whatever that means. A secluded booth tucked in a corner and quiet enough to speak without raising your voice. A brooding, mysterious figure in a cloak stands awkwardly nearby, looking petulant at losing their preferred seat. Huh. But I'm alone, so yeah, it's just part of the decoration, I guess. Let's go to the along the bar. I believe that those are the stools where we can comfortably squeeze for fast service and casual conversation. And they swivel. Wee! Wee! All right. After having these drinks, that's fun. Okay. Um, let's go to. I believe we exhausted the bar already. Let's go to the rest of the bar. This is the main part of the bar. Uh, we are going to go we went to the balcony, along the bar, the stage, the back. We could go directly to the theater, so we're going to do that. Or back to the central hall. So here's the theater, and there's some interesting stuff here. I'm going to play this, but going to mute it. Basically, what you can see here is an embedded video of the Roguelike Celebration channel stream. This is a stage confusingly decorated with Halloween schools and streamers. There, there are a few dozen flimsy metal chairs you can sit in, plus some comfy couches in the back. You can return to the hall, or if you want to talk to the speakers, you can go to the breakout rooms, warrior, mage, rogue, or cleric. And it reminds us that the happening now button on the left tells what is currently happening. So Sergio Garces, he's talking about procedural 3D environments on a budget, and it's worth noting here that while it's great to be able to take a look at the talks live, because you can also interact with other people here, and there's 80 people here. So yeah, let's say hello to Alexei and happy face. Well, and let's take a look at Alexei. So Alexei is a moderator, organizer of the challenge. She's a moderator. She's got the deck enjoyer Hi, she replied, Frocken Ranger. And she's transformed into a flower, I think. Um, and yeah, well, here the whiteboard thing is used to ask questions for the speaker, so it kind of erases after each talk, and they can be upvoted, and you know, after you've done talking, they will share these questions. Other important thing here is the live captions. So as you can see, even now it's muted, but I can read what is being spoken in real time, which is awesome. You can like read everything that the speaker is currently talking, and it's of course done by a talented person, I believe. It's not something automatic. It's just like someone there is listening and typing very fast. So that's awesome, very accessible, and helps a lot for you to be able to read. And actually, one of my ideas for RogueNet for whenever I organize a event there is that the speakers will just write. So we'll see how that goes. Um, Rodney Lips is also here, the writer of the AdPlay column, very traditional source of information for roguelikes and stuff. Boris the Brave, hi Slashie, we talk is yours. I don't know your real name. Hey, my name is Santiago Zapata. And my talk is the closing one about Moria. And yeah, this kind of spaces has the thing that it's designed, especially RogueNet, but this one as well, um, that you are meant to be here. I mean, you're meant to be focused here, your attention is here, and so you cannot go anywhere else and do other stuff. And I just noticed that Boris the Brave was whispering to me, not speaking uh, out loud. Still learning the interface after 3 years. So he whispered and I yelled. That's okay. Uh, all right. I'll be right back. I'm touring this space and we'll be putting up my tour at my YouTube channel. So this is the theater, and this talk, I was actually looking forward to it, so I will take a look at it later. And we are going to go away from here for now. So let's see what exits are here. We can go to the breakout rooms. For example, let's just take a quick look at each one of them. Warriors training grounds. It's training weights, padded dummies, and a single gigantic rock fill a workout room that reeks of sweat. One wall is lined with enough bladed objects to make even the most reserved berserker blush. Or you can go back to the theater. Let's go back to the theater. And let's go to, oh, did that work? Okay, let's go to Mesh. Ever-changing sigils on the ground, pulsing with an eerie glow. A cauldron bubbling in the corner, being stirred continuously by a capybara with a purple cape. Or you can head back to the theater. The Rogue Room, a dimly lit room with more dark corners than flat spaces. You don't see anything else in the space, but you have a distinct feeling that you are being watched by dozens of shifting eyes. Huh. Okay, and finally the Cleric Room, a quiet church hall shines in beams of radiant light, ah, reflecting off the myriad colors of an entire wall made of stained glass, so peaceful. An entire fountain of holy water sits at the center of several priests, blessing it in the name of their various deities. Or you can head back to the theater. Huh. So which one was my favorite breakout room? I believe probably the cleric one. Sounds so peaceful and yeah. Okay. Another thing we can do here is pop up the stream or the live caption just for them to cover all the screen. We are not going to do that right now. And we are going to go to other places so we can return to the hall. Let's do that. And let's go to the swag table because I also wanted to show you the swag. So this is a staple of the Roguelike Celebration. A circular booth seems entirely packed with mismatched swag from previous years, spilling over the edge and forming a messy pile of goods. At the top of the pile, you see items such as the Roguelike Celebration socks. Let's take one. Plus one longbow, an unidentified scroll, and a tiny poppy. I will take the tiny poppy just because my daughter loves tiny poppies. A clearing amidst the pile has been lovingly lined with a plump helmet with showcase pillars of real-world shirts, socks, and enamel pins, being sold by Ann Arbor T-shirt company that you can purchase for yourself. So if you click on this, you are going to see the Roguelike Celebrations merch table, real life stuff to get your t-shirt and other stuff, including the socks, Dungeon Explorer socks, and the also the pin, the yet another stupid dead pin. So you can go there and buy stuff. It's probably going to be open for a little bit, so you can still go there. I believe they also had probably already run out of them, which I know they already still have some surplus of this very awesome mouse pad of the Roguelike Celebration. This one from 2021, they got some more, so you can get it from their store. And you can also check the list of code contributors for this virtual space. This is basically an open source repository. I believe M. Laser Walker is the one that started this and main contributor, I believe. There's some more people that have jumped in and done stuff. If you want, I believe your contribution are probably super welcome to continue making this grow. Let's take a moment here because I just landed on this page, to thank the organizer of the Roguelike Celebration. The current organizers are Alexei Peppers, Britta Gustafsson, which I believe has been there since the beginning, if I'm not wrong, Danny Hua, Emilia Laser Walker, already mentioned, Kawa, Christy Overton, Sam Marcus, Travis Moy. And the past organizer, Noah, the founder of all this, Alison Ashish, and Philip James. All right, let's continue our tour of the space. So this is where we are, and we can walk back to the rest of the hall. So we are holding that tiny puppy. We're going to continue holding it, and it probably comes from Adam. I hope. I think. I don't know. All right. All right. Let's go back to the hall, and so destinations. Let's check the destinations. So you stand beneath an imposing monolith made up of signs to every possible destination in every possible multiverse. Beyond it lies a hallway that seems to flicker incomprehensibly, doorways fading in and out of existence. You notice they all appear to be marked with a paper sign, which you can try to read. Beneath the shifting monolith's infinite destination signs lie two more permanent ones. One is made of steel and embedded LED lights spell out Oxygen Farm, and the other one is made of brass and features an ornate crest advertising the Adventurers Guild. Let's try to read this. What happened? I looked more closely at one of the pieces of paper, but all of it says is some finds this hilarious. This is probably a NetHack joke, which I don't get. Okay. I wonder if I'll get something different if I try to read again. We screwed up Dock 8 or airport. Sorry. Expressing regret. I don't know what this is. You look more closely at one of the pieces of paper, it's full of ever-shifting ASCII. So all you can see is the needs of the one do not outweigh the needs of the many. That is, we are sorry, and that clerk has been sacked. Let's go to the oxygen farm. And I got a badge, which I can equip now. I got the tiny plant. Okay. This is a verdant garden that grows. A verdant garden grows under a glass dome, looking out over a vast expanse of stars. Very beautiful. Scientists attend the enormous trees, which all seem to be swaying in some wind that you can feel. A lone sunflower grows under a heat lamp at the far corner of the room, just beneath a cabinet full of medical syringes. It seems to be pointed directly at you as it waves back and forth, almost as if it were trying to get your attention. Go underworld, go underworld, go underworld, go underworld. It worked! I'm in the underworld! I didn't think it was going to work. Hey, I should have obtained a badge from that. It worked the first time I tried. Fragments of half-seen visions float through the air of a large, open space that closely resembles the central hall above. You hear the whispers of the attendees' hopes and dreams, but just outside of your ability to understand what they are saying. A veil of shifting darkness seems to float over this place, blurring the edges of everything you see and giving the space a dreamlike quality. Among the shifting ghosts, you can see what appears to be a frazzled college student muttering about her PhD. She is carrying a deck emblazoned with the name Zero Crash, and seems to be looking for something. You also see the doorways leading to the bar and the experimental biology lab. The hallways leading to the rest of the event space are covered in rubble of some kind, and the theater doors pulse with an ominous hum that your mind refuses to approach. I'm alone here in the underworld. So let's talk with Zero Crash. You glance down and they move and could swear you caught a glimpse of a romance novel sticking out of an interior pocket. The visor on their forehead glows a bright green, and you can make out nonsensical symbols marching across its screen. She's carrying a deck with that. Okay. Huh. So she's like scanning the room looking for something. Cool. I wonder if am I in the if I go to the bar, is it this going to be the normal bar or the underworld version of the bar? Oh, so it's the underbar. You enter a dark reflection of the bar above, overflowing with the spirits of those who have found themselves here. An intense pulse of warmth and acceptance overwhelms you and puts you at ease. You notice the pulse is coming from a glowing beacon in the shape of Ubizara. She goes about her usual bartending duties, unaware of the intense light that streams from her and into the hearts of each and every shadowy guest your eyes can half see. Swirly Portal. Huh. Let's go back to the underworld and to visit the experimental biology lab. I got the purple muffin badge. Great. You enter what should have been the experimental biology lab, but instead an unseeable abyss of solid black. You can walk around in it, you can feel the floor beneath you, but nothing else at all. You don't feel any sense of either foreboding or acceptance, but do you feel the intense danger of ambivalence? It's like this room doesn't believe you exist at all. You hear far in the distance the sounds of your parents protecting you from the consequences of your actions. It's a strange feeling, as if the sound doesn't belong to you. As you stumble around in the dark, you find an even darker patch of black in the shape of a muffin. Floating nearby, you see dark letters etched into the air, P-E-U-R. What does this all mean? Huh. I don't think I can look at this, but let's just try. No, look is to look at people. Yeah, I wonder if this is a puzzle or just some content. Alright, look, P. No, that doesn't work. Okay, look, P letter. No, 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 that doesn't work. Okay, huh, interesting. I will probably come back and try to figure out if it's a puzzle. P, pure? Pure? Can I gel stuff? No. Uh, Roop? I don't know what I'm doing. Ear, ear, huh. Pure muffin? Pure muffin? I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, this space is a lot of exploration and it already paid off with us traveling to the underworld, but probably there's a lot of other stuff to discover, which I think that's probably going to, I will have to do that next year because I won't have time this year. But it's so great. And yeah, I believe that's one of the issues with RogueNet, that there's just not a lot of stuff to do, so we gotta fill it with stuff like this, or have a way for players to fill it. Let's go back to the underworld, let's go back to the underbar, and let's see where this takes us. The Spire! Oh my god, I think I was going to, I was just checking out the celebration and now I am on a interdimensional journey. A flash of crimson light announces your entrance into a circular room carved of polished bone. Purple flames dance within the eye sockets of skulls floating just out of arm's reach, casting an eerie light against the room-covered walls. Obsidian pillars support walls which seem to stretch out to unfathomable heights. You can tell there is another floor above you, and you can see a staircase winding along the walls, but something about the air here warps your vision and makes understanding the scope of the room impossible. And I'm so glad that I took you guys into the theater first before going into this journey, because I wanted you to be able to check the normal aspects of the of the event, of the space, of the virtual space, but this is far from normal. And I'm alone here. I wish I was adventuring with someone else. At the first side of the room is a throne, and atop that sits a brooding figure you vaguely recognize from the back at the bar. Oh, okay, so this guy was in the underworld. His name is Randor the Twisted, and just inside within him a great conflict. Randor. In his hands is a notebook carved of ancient bone and inked with bile. He quietly sighs, unable to focus on its content. He exudes an aura of quiet hostility, only somewhat veiled by the animal fur covering his black cloak. His bloody crystal ball emits some kind of psychic force, and you sense a deep longing, and the words Lover's Lake echo in your mind. You see a sheet of paper on the desk beside Randor's school throne. It's folded close, but you can see It's been sealed with a loving heart. Okay. His eyes glow with a crimson malevolence that shimmers in confusion as he looks around the room, questioning everything he sees. Very cryptic. I'm not sure how much you can interact. We already know that we can go places, but can we take stuff? Can we examine other stuff? I don't know. Take letter? Nope, nope. Get letter? No, that is not an interactive object. Okay. Let's see his great conflict, a rival and a leader, and an influence felt by all, known most for his necklace found deep under the scroll. Okay. Opposite to the throne sits a crystal mirror within which you can see a distant landscape. The meadows. I'm scared now, like where am I heading to? I'm walking out into a pleasant meadow. The wind sings gently through the trees, and forest life is bountiful around you. Fawns, bunnies, and various other adorable woodland creatures. Here you arrive and look up from whatever they were doing. Each gives you a confused look as if they were expecting someone else instead. As you walk around this space, you notice a shimmer in the air near one of the trees. You're sure that if you approach it just right, you could see what lies beyond the rift. There's a riddle here. I feel like I am, how to say this? Like, I feel like I'm spoiling a lot of this experience to you guys. So I think I will stop here. I will stop here. I will go back to reality. I will just do one last thing, examine this riddle, reject the written word, order replaced by chaos, clear your mind of expectations. Dive instead into the beginning. All you need is there, looking into the distance for missing pieces. Huh. Another shimmer in the air. Reject the written word. Order replaced by chaos. Huh. The rift. Oh my god. 4. Ancient cities. This is an entire adventure. I will stop here. Can I go back? I don't know if I can. I'm on a rift in an ancient city. This is a game, a complete interactive fiction game. So we're going to try to leave this place. Let's see. I'm going to stop here and go back to the normal uh, space. I hope I still can do that. So let's do that. Let's go back to the central hall. We're back here. And we're going to only show badges. We're going to wear this badge so that people know that we have been there. If only I knew. I always forget how to use it. So yeah. So let's go to the video dome. In here we have an enormous dome made of brass featuring steam-powered electrical screen instead of walls or ceiling. Everywhere you look, you see beautiful landscapes and people going about their lives. The floor is a flat space with a subtle mosaic pattern and is occupied by clockwork servant bots carrying the screens to anyone who requests one. So here's a strange message. There's a strange message here. Video chat services. Warning, we have no idea if this works. Feel free to let us know, but we probably won't fix it this year. Okay, servant bots. Your own clockwork video bot appears and offers you its video chat services. I believe this is not currently working. Yeah, probably not working. Okay. Let's go to the hall. No, to the Adventurers Guild hall. A shockingly fast steam engine whisks you to a grand launch of bronze, dark wood, and ivy trellises. Every once in a while you hear the pneumatic whoosh as items are carried through tubing. There's plenty of sturdy, tough couches and velvet long chairs, and a variety of elegantly carved coffee tables covered in books and journals. And we can do stuff here. Uh, One journal is open, a black tome decorated with silvery and bronze swirls. Procedural generation surprises on the cover. Quill pens are nearby, so I can contribute to this. Tales of strange, delightful, emerging results. So yeah, they are just asking us to share stuff. Let's look at one of them randomly. This one. In Cult of the Lamp, I married a character who the RNG has basically been conspiring to make the deuteragonist. It's been enemies to lovers to enemies to lovers to enemies to lovers to enemies to lovers, and also he kept getting target for side quest. I do know if it's just funny to me. I know it's not happening because I married him because my other spouse doesn't get as nearly as much of this going on. Cult of the Lamb still again they still gotta play. So fun tales of procedural generation. Here in the Adventurers Guild Hall, just adventurers sharing their stories. And let's go to the office of Steam, and I got the diskette badge. You know what a diskette is? It's that icon that they use to save documents. Let's put that one instead of the socks. And it says that this sparsely furnished room has a little more on it than a typewriter standing on a pillar at its center. As you look down, however, you see a glass floor suspending you above an enormous sprawling mass of pipes and brass machinery. I don't know how to say this. Chutes and tubes create fire and move steam in intricate patterns, all ultimately funneling back into the typewriter stand you noticed before. Dwarfs are scurrying to and fro, tinkering with the machines. Hooked to the typewriter is a small screen akin to a teletext and regularly printing out game recommendations. Anachronistically, a cute post-it note shaped like a kuka is on the side of the screen with the note coming soon 2022 Steam sale in loopy handwriting. And actually this reminds me of there's a sale going on right now, and I'm not sure how long it goes, but they organize a sale in Steam, and this sale is the games from the speakers, including ours. Nova Mundi is here, but also some other cool games coming soon, early access and full releases, awesome stuff that you gotta check. Even if the sale ends, it ends on 26. Oh, so it's going all the way to Wednesday. Make sure to check it out. Roguelike Celebration 2022 alumni sale. Great stuff, including that great game, Nova Mundi. Awesome game. Definitely check it out. And let's check the recommendations. So, whoop, there goes. Desktop Dungeons Rewind. A capsule shoots out of the tube, unfurling the paper inside. It reads Desktop Dungeons Rewind. Okay, so it's giving out recommendation of roguelike games or roguelike inspired games to play. Alright, let's see. Did we miss anything? I believe we missed the docking bay on conferencing lobby. There's a lobby here. Yeah, there's a lot of places around here, and if you come back next year, probably you are going to see more. And we already saw that it goes beyond these rooms and into an adventure. That's so great. And yeah, so I encourage you to explore all this. This is on conferencing, so basically there's some slots in the schedule uh, for free form on conferencing. You can check the topics. You can suggest topics and then just jump and talk a little bit about them, like cool dungeon generation approaches. You are a roguelike, exploring psychology through roguelike mechanics. So people then, during these time slots, picks one of these and talk about them, which is great. And it's got its own conferencing room. So this is like the lobby, and then each one of these rooms may have uh, like the development of that, including Zoom and stuff. And the docking bay. Huh, rockets. What can we do here? I think this is going to launch us into another adventure. Probably. Yeah, yeah, it's another adventure. So very fun. No, I will not check it right now because I'm running out of time now. We're going almost over an hour now. But definitely this space is full of surprises and stuff to check. So I believe this concludes our tour around the Roguelike Celebration virtual space. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will be giving a conference soon, a talk soon about Moria. So I hope you had fun joining me in this tour of this virtual space. Remember, if you did not join this year, you can do it next year and have fun with a lot of others roguelike lovers and people that really enjoys not just roguelikes but everything that goes around them. So thank you for watching and remember to subscribe and leave a like and I will see you soon.